How's it going, guys? It is Galake here from the Evidentries or thephantompages.com, I suppose, whichever sort of content you follow, or maybe just none at all, and you only know me from this YouTube channel here, which is completely fine as well. Today, I just want to do a quick little video update because I haven't done one in a very long time, either for this channel or for any of my personal social media pages that sort of just center around the stuff that I write. And the content that I drop here on this channel. Yeah, it's been a long time. I think the last video update I actually did was probably, I hope it wasn't 2018, but I have a feeling that it was actually 2018, which is weird because I don't think I did one for the final sort of chapter that took place on the Evidentries in 2019, which was Final Fates. Yeah, I honestly can't remember, but I something is telling me that 2018 was the last one, but I could be wrong there. Either way, wanted to do a quick video update today. I guess I'll start off by talking a little bit about what's going on over on thephantompages.com. And to anybody who might not know, what is the Phantom Pages? It's a website where I basically write things, entries, passages, and I post it up on there. It's sort of its own self-contained little journey, but at the same time, it is supposed to serve as sort of an epilogue to everything and all the lore that sort of happened over on the advertentries.com, which, speak of the devil, right now, the website is down. I'm actually trying to get it back up. I'm not really sure what's going on. There's like a server error. So I've got to look into that right after I'm done recording this. But so anyway, over on the Phantom Pages, there is a brand new arc that is about to begin. It's going to technically it's going to be split it's going to be split between into 3 different parts, each part taking place about a month or so. Originally going into the Phantom Pages, I really just wanted every single arc to be its own self-contained thing. I know I said in the past that I don't really want to go with sort of sequel arcs or things tying into each other going forward. That's sort of that idea, that sort of promise kind of fell off this year especially. Yeah, it was really hard not to do something like that, but I really needed a I don't know, I guess I needed to do something a little bit more transitional to just help with my inconsistency. So tying certain things into other things kind of helped with that. Specifically the previous sort of mini arc that I just did, which was entitled Prologue for All Things. That sort of mini arc sort of served as a purpose of being both the conclusion to Phantomania, which was another arc, and Islander 8, which was also another arc that I just overall just could not find the time to properly divert my attention, divert my progress into or whatever. So yeah, so I ended up sort of compiling everything into one little mini arc and closing that out so I could sort of start fresh with this new upcoming arc. And yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about today, because I honestly feel like this arc is probably going to be if not the most ambitious, probably the most crucial arc that I think I've ever written for the Phantom Pages in general. And truth be told, originally the plan was to have the Phantom Pages only last 3 years. So if you think about it, technically this should be the last year for the Phantom Pages. However, for a while I've kind of just accepted that, yeah, 2023 is where I want to head to with this, at least. So, right now I would say expect more Phantom Pages content in 2023. There will be another year of something in 2023. So, I think I touched on this earlier in the year, but basically every single year of content every single bit of content for each year since 2020 is now under a certain title. So 2020 content was Year of the Knife, 2021 content was Year of the Phantom, and this year 2022 content is Year of the Serpent. So there will be another, new content title for next year, assuming that this continues on into next year. But overall, the Phantom Pages was meant to serve once again as sort of an epilogue to everything, to the culmination of like everything that happened over on the Evident Trees at the end, and just sort of being a swan song of sorts for everything. So it's really not meant to go on forever, obviously, or even I even feel like 5 years would be too long. But anyway, so with this new arc, which is actually entitled Cycles Fall, the Serpent, the Sun, and the Society, is going to be split into 3 different parts. I think everything should be concluded by the end of November, and then December will be its own like separate new sort of arc to close out the year. But like I said, I think this is probably going to be, I'm going into this with the expectation, with the intention of this being probably one of the most important and one of the most crucial arcs that I've ever written. I'll be pouring a lot of my thoughts, a lot of like just, a lot of my personal thoughts and a lot of just my outlook into this arc. It's really, I think it's a long time coming. Honestly, I think for sure like COVID and everything that's been happening throughout the past 2 or 3 years will definitely sort of manifest itself one way or another into this arc, and it's really going to be a journey of its own. It's going to be a journey of its own for sure. So yeah, I basically want to touch on that today as we speak. Well, yesterday I started writing the first entry for it. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to be able to, talk a little bit about the first entry along with this video, but I truly need more time to write it. So just things were not flowing properly last night. So I was just like, you know what? it'll be ready when it's ready, but for sure it'll be this week before the end of the month. The first entry will be out, and I would say for this first part at least, expect there to be consecutive entries. Like I would say every 2 days at the absolute least. Maybe one every 2 to 3 days. I don't really want big pause periods in between entries for this, at least to start this out, because just content has been so dry in general. And since it's already the end of September, this is sort of long overdue. And right now I'm intending this to go on so this week into probably mid-October will be the first part of the arc, or I guess the first arc, but it's 3 arcs, but it's really a trilogy. So I would like to start the second sometime mid-October. So if you think about it, that's really not that much time. So while I don't like to rush entries, I definitely want to pick up the pace a little bit, at least with this first part. So we could start getting some more stuff out. But alongside that and all that other stuff, as far as the YouTube goes, I'm going to be starting 2 new readings here on this channel this month as well. I'm going to get those probably knocked out on Thursday is a podcast day for me, so I'm thinking it'll probably be Friday. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow night I can knock out one, and then Friday I'll knock out the other. But in case you're wondering which books those will be, if I can find them, we will be doing the follow-up to Shadows Before Dawn, which is the completion process. Probably Teal Swan's most critically acclaimed self-help book, I would say, if I can call it that. It's probably her main teaching, I suppose, is the completion process. Again, this is another book that I've had since like 2016. I think I got Shadows Before Dawn and this around the same time. That was when I was like super watching her videos and up to date with her content. So I did intend to read this at some point. And while I don't listen to a ton of her stuff these days, I think it's definitely still a book that's worth checking out. So we'll be going through this one. And secondly, we'll be going through something a little bit more woo-woo, a little bit more spiritual, I guess, a little bit more out there. The Kabbalion. So, yeah. This is going to be 3 initiates. This is going to be a very interesting one. I've skimmed through it. It's also very beat up. I've spilled some liquid on it. Also, a book I've had for several years. I actually got this overseas. Somebody gave it to me, and I always intended to read it, but I've skimmed through this book, and let me tell you, there's some confusing stuff in there. I'm honestly expecting to read this and oftentimes probably end the video not knowing what the heck I just read. So prepare for that, but it will make for interesting speculations and post-reading discussions if people actually check this out and comment below. So yeah, those two will be the next books up on the chopping block for this channel. So alongside of that, doing those, I would also expect more updates like this coming from here on out. I really don't want this channel to be completely dry. As a matter of fact, I'm really trying to sort of revitalize it starting this month with the new readings. I'll be doing a couple of nature music videos or lyrical music videos soon as well for a couple of tracks. Those will sort of coincide with the entries over on the Phantom pages. If I feel like I find some, I have a few tracks in mind that I think will go well in tandem with the overall tone of the upcoming arc. So stay tuned for those. And then also, in general, I'm really just looking to do more, I guess, spiritual, metaphysical, philosophy sort of content here on this channel, I guess. Kind of want to keep that theme rolling, because even though this channel originally started as sort of a video format way to sort of get across what is going on or what was going on over on the Advent entries into video format, it just was overall just meant to be like a place where I just do video updates for the Advent entries related content and my writing content. Over time, it's just evolved into this and just more of a spiritually more focused sort of video channel, I guess. So there'll be a lot of different things that I'm gonna try and attempt to do over here. So I guess just stay tuned and let me know what you think of the content, and we'll go from there. But anyway, this has already been sort of long, so I'm gonna leave this off for now. Once again, Cycles Fall, the Serpent, the Sun, and the Society starts this week, and I'll for sure post the link to the first entry in the description below once I'm done writing it and once it's up for anybody who might want to check that out. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching. You guys take care, and hopefully I will catch you in an update not too long from now. Later.